Good morning, everybody. Uneducated economist here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Endgame. That's right, the results of all the global government conspiracy theory stuff that you can imagine, how that's going to end up playing out going into the future, and how it's going to end up ruling your life. Now, this is something that has been asked of me so many times. Like, what is the results of all this stuff? Tell us, how do we conduct ourselves so that we can best position ourselves so that we have the advantage over everybody else? This is up to you, period. There is nobody out there. There's no video. There is no article. There is no speech. There is no statement going to be given to you that is going to give you the answer to the questions that you have about how it is that you are supposed to conduct yourself. This is only answered by you, period. When we go out here and we look on the YouTube and you're looking for answers, you're never going to find it. Whatever you hear out there is coming from the position of somebody who is not you. So now, when I put out these videos, when I talk about the theories, when I talk about some of the things that are happening within the monetary policies coming from the Federal Reserve, it's so that I can best conduct myself for the position that I am in. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows the position that I am in. Right? Now, I have talked about it a lot here on this channel, but even still, you don't know. You only know what I have said, and nobody knows anything about what you need, what you want, your goals, your outcomes, right? This is entirely up to you. And so studying the economy means that you are taking in information so you can best interpret it to figure out where it is that you need to go, right? Because no matter who it is that you're watching, they're not giving you information designed for you. They're giving information according to what it is that they understand. Okay? So this is really important to know, because the end game is all about the meaning that you are giving it. There is no end game. At the end of it, what is that supposed to look like? Like they come to a date and a time and that says on this date at this time there is when the end has happened and a new beginning begins and everything is different and nobody knows I don't understand that. Like that is so far off from the concept for me. You know, I do see a digitalized, tokenized, crypto type of world coming into the future, but it's taking place right now. You can see the steps. It's obvious. Like, there's no denying it. But somebody who has never seen it before will be very amazed by how rapid this has taken place. It's not. It's been going on for a long time. But nobody notices it. And depending, again, on that meaning that you give it, once you do discover this information, is all about the outcome that you are going to see. It may not be the same for me. I may not have the same outcome. Right? A lot of people might be in total fear of dollar collapse and have converted all their money into precious metals. And now they are just hoping and praying for the precious metal market to just skyrocket so that they could take advantage of that particular situation. And their life will be completely like paradise after that. Like, I mean, this is like what I feel a lot of people are thinking. And I mean, I just like, to me, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. Okay? Because I don't feel that's going to take place. But again, I'm not giving it that meaning, right? When I look out there and I look out at the world and I look at all the economic information, I take this in to say, how is it that I'm going to be able to position myself for this information that I've gotten in? Right? I mean, sometimes you get some stuff in, you're like, whoa, this is incredibly heavy, especially if you're big into conspiracy theories, right? If you're big into diving into governmental conspiracy theories or world governance type of stuff, New World Order kind of things, you know? You start diving into that stuff and you can come across some information that is really heavy. It's hard to take in. You're like, man, this is going to destroy our lives. Our way of life is going to be completely turned upside down. I know, I've seen this information before, right? A lot of times we get this information and even just our own imagination starts to spin it, right? And all of a sudden it becomes way worse than it is. We blow it out of proportion. We don't take it in for the face value of what it really is. We just assume that the worst of the information. It happens a lot. I know. I used to do this myself, personally. So again, how is it that we are supposed to conduct ourselves? How is it that you're supposed to go out there and give it the appropriate meaning so that you can then interpret this information so that you can move on and be the most prosperous person that you can be? Again, it's to take the information in and give it the meaning that I need this information to best position myself. Not the way they think I need to position myself. Like they may state it in a way that says, you need to do this so that, in case interest rates are this or inflation or whatever reason it is, right? I mean, you'll hear all kinds of stuff. You take that information in and you say, how is it that I use this information to best position myself? Not from what they think, but from what I think by the information, from all the things that I have gathered, right? They may have an opinion that the Fed screwed up. I may not have that opinion that the Fed screwed up, but the information that he is giving, the stats, the data, that might be relevant. That might be good stuff, and you don't want to give that up. Right? I don't care where the information comes from. I don't care how it is presented. To me, it's not their opinion, it's my opinion that matters, because I'm the only one who can give meaning to this information. And there is no meaning other than the one that you are giving it. This person over here might look at the information and say, this is going to be, I'm giving this meaning that it's going to destroy your life. I look at that and say, no, I'm going to position myself so it doesn't destroy my life. It doesn't matter. It's the same information. It's just the meaning that you're choosing to give it. And so what I find is a lot of people will take this information, they look at it, how will this destroy my life? Guess what? That's what it's going to do. It's going to destroy your life because you're going to position yourself in a defensive way that doesn't allow you to prosper from the information. You got to take the information and say, I'm going to give this meaning that says, what do I do with this information that is going to give me the best position I could possibly be in? Right? Am I looking for safety or if I'm looking for prosperity? And if you're looking at fearful information, they're forcing you into safety. They're putting you in a position of defense. Right? This is not a position in which that you can then be attractive. And what I mean by attractive is not just in looks and personality. I mean attractive in everything within the world. Everything that you ever wanted. Money, cars, houses, whatever it is. Right? You have to be in a position in which the information that you are receiving, you are giving it meaning that is going to be beneficial to your life and not hurtful to your life, because it's the same information no matter how you receive it. Right? So, depending on how you receive it, will then lead to the outcome of your life. Receive it in a way that says this is going to destroy me because there's an end game in which that I'm a prisoner of my own world, or it results in everything that you have ever wanted, true happiness. It's up to you. Uneducated economist, you let me know.